Whatever makes manifest is light. Yeah, whatever exposes the lies is light. Okay, let's look at this. Here's the $20 bill I just showed you. Okay, here's a fact. When I turn that image upside down, made a pentagram, there it is. Oh, wait, wrong one. Now there's so many of them, right? There's another one. Okay, I'm gonna move it. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh. Would you look at that? That is a rectangular building. This is a fact. Here is an image that looks like a rectangular building. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3 rows of square windows, or kind of rectangular or square windows, 3 rows of them in a rectangular building. It looks like there's smoke right here, or an impact of an explosion right here. This looks like smoke to me, folks, or a fire going. That's what it looks like to me. This is a fact that this looks like. But now let's enlarge it. Watch this. Ooh. What does that look like? That looks like you've been living in a dream world. That looks like everything you've been told has been a big fat lie. Why? I'm going to show you why. You guys just stick with me. I want you to understand this, people. And let me have the camera for a second. I've had my life threatened several times, many times. I've been in high-speed automobile chases because of this. I have federal agents leaving their cards on my front door to my house because of this. Because of this information. I've risked my life to show it to y'all. And I've shown it to a lot of hateful, cruel, mean, nasty people. And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, I gotta look myself in the mirror, and I gotta know that because I knew this, I did everything I could to share it with you at great personal cost. You have no idea of the personal cost of myself to share this to you. So anyway, if that building right there on this bill matches the Pentagon, I hope you're ready to throw your arms in the air and go, we got a serious problem. And then I hope you're willing to open your mind and realize that the highest form of ignorance is condemnation before investigation. So before someone starts throwing a stone or saying you're crazy, by the way, folks, I passed 3 MMPIs. I'm the least crazy guy out there. You go check what an MMPI is. Look up the term unremarkable testing every time. Unremarkable. Got no issues. So that means I'm sane. So if someone's calling me insane, you might be looking in the mirror at yourself when you're saying that. That's some insane stuff, though, I gotta admit. That's getting kind of crazy. Okay, well, let's have a look. What common denominator are we gonna find? Are we there, Clay?
Hit it.
Hit it. Oh my gosh. The same common freaking denominator. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see what's going to happen. Watch this. Oh, watch this, guys. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to pause that for a sec. I'm going to grab my little pointer stick. Here we go. Okay, wait a minute. Here's a fact. This is the Pentagon. I want to show you something. On this bill, there's an image of a long rectangular building with 3 rows of square windows. Here is a long rectangular building, and there's 1, 2, 3 rows. There they are. 1, 2, 3 rows of square windows. On this bill, there's an explosion. Here's an explosion. On this bill, there's another piece of a rectangular building right here. And I think it's going to match when you lay one on top of the other. Oh my gosh, we've got a match. So it must be truth. If the fact equals reality, then it's the truth. The fact is, this bill, when you make a pentagram and turn it upside down, and you examine the bill. There's an image of a rectangular building with 1, 2, 3 rows of square windows with what looks like an explosion and smoke, and there's an offset between that, and then there's another part of a rectangular building. Well, I'm sorry, but I gotta go back on this. This looks like, let's go right to here. I'll let you go, Claire. Put it back. Okay, let's do it again. Let's look at the common denominator. There's your common denominator. You got a pentagram, you got an upside down star. Well, this is the culprit right here, by the way. And now, you see that right there? You see that rectangular building? That's the Pentagon with the smoke, 3 rows of square windows. So the facts are consistent with reality. So, you know what those other things we showed you have in common? This whole other part of the video? The other part of the video has another common denominator. Let me have the camera for a second. We have another common denominator, and that other common denominator is this: that all the explanations given to us by the government and by the news are not consistent with reality. Now, we have one common denominator in everything I just got through showing you. The common denominator is you make a pentagram, you turn the pentagrams upside down, and you have images of the bombings of buildings in the United States, not on just one side, but on both sides. That's the truth. Because the fact I just stated equals reality. So I'm showing you the truth. You've been lied to. Now, let's talk for a second. Why would somebody do this? Who would do this? Why is it they're killing kids? They're killing little kids in freaking daycare centers. Who are these psychopaths? Who would kill little kids? Who would kill all these people jumping out of the freaking Twin Towers? Who would do that? It's sick. Humans don't do that. At least not all humans. What I mean is not something that's all human. But a monster could do it. A beast. You'd have to have a heart like a beast. Do you see those images? Do you see those little kids? What do you think their parents thought? I'm a dad. I've risked my life to bring you guys this stuff. What's coming is so bad I don't even want to show it to you. I'm a messenger. I've got some horrible news for you. But there's hope. I have horrible news, but I have hope with it. Here's the horrible news. What you just got through looking at, I just substituted the truth for all the lies you've been told. And now I have to show you what's going to happen to you. And you're not going to be able to fix it. You won't be able to fix it. You won't be able to stop it. There's nothing you can do to stop this. But I have hope. I can give you hope that there's a solution. And I'm trying to take you to the door that I had to go to when the Lord showed this to me. I have a website that I'm going to post on this next part of this video when I show you what's coming. And you can go there, and I have 2 DVDs. They're free. I've never charged anybody for 1 DVD. I give them away free because I want you to know if you're watching this and you have kids, you have to look into this. Do you understand me? Don't just idly sit by. You must get to the bottom of this yourself. And I've spent 10 years being persecuted for this. I've been in prisons because of this. Okay? I've lost kids because of this. And I'm willing to give it to you, but please, in the name of God, in the name of Jesus Christ, go do your own homework. Go put this to the test. Go find out for yourself. Okay? But I put it together and it's here, and I've got the solution, but there's no stopping this. It's time to get your house in order. It's time to have a talk with your kids. It's time to get right with God, as this statement goes. It's time to make your peace with God. There's only one way to do that, folks. Now, the same God that showed me all this showed me a lot more. I'm giving you this little teeny tip of the iceberg. I'm just giving you this little piece of absolute dose of truth. And if you want to know the truth of what's behind this, it's not even really a who as much so as a what. It's a who and a what. But it's not a government. This is not being done by our, quote, government or an ideology. It's not. We're being used as pawns. I know that's hard to believe, but as like fit extensions, as like puppets to do this crap. The human race has been taken control of. This is being done by a monster. The worst, most wicked monster there is, that kills little kids, has people jumping out of buildings, lying. I'll tell you what, I'd rather die than lie. Once I saw what lies were, lies are the most filthy, vulgar, disgusting, vile things there are. Now let me tell you something. If you've told lies, if you've lied to your spouse, if you've done anything, cheated, stolen, just get clean. Come clean with it. Get rid of it so you can see the rest of the truth that I'm trying to give to you. You are not going to survive what's coming. You're not. You don't want to. I'm just going to share with you what I got, and you do what you want with it. But I'm going to show you. I'm the messenger. I've got some bad news, but I got hope. Same hope I had. Okay.
The American public was fed a never-ending smorgasbord of lies and half-truths that left them lethargic and frustrated. Quickly, our government officials seized on the brainwashed and distracted condition of the American public, and with a feigned pride and feigned zeal, sought to meet our deadly enemy on the field of battle. To meet this deadly enemy head-on, new legislation would be passed. This new legislation would not only erode the constitutional Bill of Rights, but would altogether destroy any freedom that had existed within the United States.
Free speech, a felony, and seriously restrict your right to political protest, just signed into law by the president. H.R. 347 gives federal agents sweeping powers to arrest and bring felony charges against citizens engaged in protests where the Secret Service is present.
From a crimson sky, this new legislation, through the Patriot Act and the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, and the NDRP, the National Defense Resource Preparedness Act, had effectively enslaved every man, woman, and child within the United States. Little did the citizens realize that the entire agenda that was hidden to their sight was actually part of a plan that had already been implemented previously in history. I took for granted that it would not, that this could not be the day when it all Hitler through the Enabling Act due to the bombing of the Reichstag. The new war on terror within the U.S. was actually the implementation of a plan that was far more sinister. The truth of what was actually unfolding was something that was almost inconceivable. The truth of what was actually unfolding was something that was almost inconceivable by the minds of most human beings. This bombing, as well as the bombings to come, were actually the vehicle to bring about a new world order. And global domination by an enemy that would remain unseen until now. As well as the bombings to come, were actually the vehicle to bring about a new world order and global domination. By an enemy that would remain unseen until now.
Trust our government, it's fine. If you have any kind of fear that we might be headed towards a totalitarian state, look out, buckle up. There's something going on in our country that is, ain't good. Name the monster in the dark and have no fear.
Are you nervous about doing the Super Bowl?
Oh my God, I'm so nervous. You have no idea. I am.
Really?
It's the Super Bowl. I mean, the Super Bowl is kind of like the Holy of Holies in America, right? So, like, here I am. I'm going to come into the halfway between, like, the church experience, and I'm going to have to deliver a sermon. It's going to have to be very impactful, right? I have to put on the greatest show on earth.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, the hand of the oppressor has been lifted against you, and out of the sea shall come fire and smoke, a devouring wind. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem will cover the city by the sea, and great shall be the destruction of that city. And behold, the great wall which holds back the abundance of the rivers shall burst forth, bringing the hand of the oppressor against you. For I have seen it, says the Lord. For mighty is your enemy that is risen from within your own borders. Now behold, the abomination that causes desolation standing in the holy place where it should not be. Here is the mystery made known to you. You are the holy place of which I speak, and the abomination of desolation shall rise from within the walls of the temple to destroy the temple. For have you not seen, and have you not heard, and has it not been made known to you? Have you not read the scriptures? For when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, they did bear children to them, and the same became mighty men. Has not the sea turned mighty? And the sea shall turn terrible before your very eyes, and the terrible one shall be elevated within the sea. And behold, the man of peace, Barack Hussein Obama, shall come forth from the sea, and with words of peace he shall bring chaos and destruction. Behold, the fig tree puts forth its leaves, and suddenly the time is upon you.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Okay, everybody, we're back. By this point, you've seen, the truth versus the lie. I've tried to replace the lies that you've been shown with absolute fact. Right in front of you, the images that are printed on the U.S. currency, those are facts. The fact that those images superimposed right on top of the actual images of the buildings that were bombed, those are facts. So I'm telling you the truth because the facts that I'm showing you equal reality. So fact matches reality equals truth. Now, if you tell somebody a fact that does not match reality, it's a lie. Okay, and we're doing 100% truth here. I need to show you guys now some more facts and about what's coming. I told you, in tears that I had to show you what was about to happen and what was coming, and to warn you, and that I've had my life threatened over these things, that I've lost. I've been locked up. I've had my family turn against me. I lost a lot. I'll just say that I've lost a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you guys some more facts, and then we'll start breaking them down. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna show you some more facts, and I'm just gonna reiterate. When I make a pentagram out of a $20 bill that was made in 1985, and I make a pentagram and I turn the pentagram upside down, it shows you an image of the federal building. When I turn it over, it shows you an image of the federal building blown in half. That's a fact. Here's another fact. When I make a pentagram out of the US $20 bill that was made in 1995, don't forget the Twin Tower bombing was in 2001, so this bill was produced before the Twin Tower bombing, as was the other bill produced before the federal building bombing. So when I make a pentagram and I turn it upside down, you have an image of the Twin Towers, and on the other side, an image of the Pentagon. Those are facts. Here's another fact. The U.S. currency notes are a vehicle to bring about legislation to enslave the public and to bring forth World War III and to bring in the rule of Satan on this earth. This is the truth. 100% truth. I'm showing you who's behind this. Once you find out who's doing this, you'll know how to fight the battle. The reason there's other people that have done videos about the Twin Towers, you know, all the 9/11 truthers, they're not getting their lives threatened. They're not, probably a lot of them not getting cars left on their door from the Department of Justice, but I am. Why would I, out of all these other people, you know, that you've already seen in all these interviews, why are they not getting their lives threatened? Or are they? I don't know. Maybe they are. But here's the reason why. Because I know the truth. And the truth is the number one thing that they're trying to squash or, you know, hide. It's all about hiding the truth. So here's another fact. Here. Here's another fact. When you make an image of a pentagram and you turn it upside down right here, you have an image of the Hoover Dam. Now, I'm going to do this under magnification in just a minute. We'll do them both, but I'm going to show you another bill that's the same thing. This is the $50 bill. This is the $50 bill that replaced that 50. You'll see it's a $50 bill. But on this $50 bill, we're going to examine it on the computer. I want to show you something amazing. I'm going to make a pentagram out of this, and I'm going to turn it upside down. You have the same image of the Hoover Dam, but there's one critical difference between this bill and between this bill. They both show the Hoover Dam, but one of them shows the water containment across the top, and the other one, the water containment is missing. And on this one, there's little white fluffy marks that represent water coming over the dam. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you under computer enhancement what you're really looking at. And I want to show you these bills on the I want to show you what these bills look like. You know, Clay, let's do it over here like we did the last ones. And I'll make this very, very clear. There we go. There we go. Okay, this is the old $50 bill. Is there enough light on it?
Yeah.
For sure? Mm-hmm. Okay. There's the old $50 bill right here. Now on that bill, you'll see that there's no clouds on there. Now I want to show you something. There's no clouds within this oval, but watch this. You see this oval right here? It has two lines. Two lines that encompass the oval. That's very important. I want you to also notice something. This green area right here and this green area right here. Now, to the naked eye, you don't see anything. There's nothing that you can really see. It looks like just flat green. But under examination, like the other bills, it's just like this artwork that I used to do. It's got many layers. And those layers will reveal what the agenda is and what the event is going to be. And we're going to study those. Now I want to show you the other $50 bill. Now, when you go from this $50 bill to this $50 bill, you have a change. There's clouds that have been added. Now, here's just, you know, a basic logical thought. You see the green right here? Well, the green right here should probably be the same as the green right here as far as production value goes. Well, there's clouds that have been added. So we know that wherever the clouds are added, it's going to have to look different on the production, you know, than here, because here there's no clouds. So, but the pattern that you're going to find that's associated with the production of this green compared to the association of that green is going to be far, far different. And you'll see what I mean under examination. So once again, I'm going to state facts that are consistent with reality. Here is a fact. When I take the old $50 bill right here and I turn it into a pentagram, and I take the pentagram and I turn the pentagram upside down, right there. The fact is, it makes an image of the Hoover Dam. Well, people might say, well, that's your opinion. It's not my opinion. That is what it is. And I'm going to show you evidence that supports it. If you'll notice right here, you'll see those two small lines that represent the water containment at the top of the dam. we're going to look at these much more closely on our computer image. The other fact is when I remove this, there is an upside down pentagram star, and that star makes a Mendiscope. Now these are just facts. Here's another fact. When I take the new $50 bill that replaced this $50 bill, and I take it and I produce a pentagram out of it, and I take the pentagram and I turn the pentagram upside down once again, it makes an image of the Hoover Dam, but the water containment is missing from the top of the dam. These are just facts. When you move it, once again, it is on top of an upside down star pentagram, which makes a Mendiscope. And the fact is, those are images that are used in satanic rituals and satanic worship. It's a symbol for the Church of Satan. If anybody wants to go Google it, go type in Mendiscope upside down star. This is an image of the $50 bill, the old $50 bill. It's got no clouds on it. It makes an image of the Hoover Dam. While you're watching this, we are going to edit in images of the Hoover Dam. We're going to edit in the history of the Hoover Dam. Parts of the history. We're going to show you that the Hoover Dam is, I think, one of the only dams in the United States built with explosives built into the dam during the production of the dam. I guess that means in case they need to blow it up. I don't know. You figure that out. Anyway, so here's the deal. Here's an image of the Hoover Dam printed on the old $50 bill. Now, here's an image of the Hoover Dam on the new $50 bill. Now we're going to look at those two $50 bills under examination. I told you we would break them down, and here they both are. And then we're going to look at them on computer. Here's the old $50 bill. And here those two lines are that I'm talking about that surround, this oval. Okay, I want you to look at the lines that are here. You see all these lines that go this way? See how they all go that way? Now, a lot of people have said, well, that's, what I'm about to show you is a Mori pattern. A Mori pattern has to do with the change in magnification on the screen of a computer. This is not a Mori pattern. This is in the bill itself. Because if it were a Mori pattern, every time I change the magnification of any bill, you would have the same issue. It would produce the same pattern. Let's see what happens when we start changing the magnification of this bill. Now, you end up with a change here.